fastest show in sports.
We are now dealing at a time when the federal government is getting involved in sports to a level that makes us say, well, gee, everything else must be done. I guess we've solved everything else, so we don't have to worry about it. And for those who don't know, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, is considering an executive order that would require the feds, and I'm reading now from the report, to clarify whether college athletes can be considered employees of their schools. Now, this is a draft copy of the order that is sitting out there that people are already talking about. The draft calls on the Secretary of Labor and the National Labor Relations Board to determine and implement the appropriate measures with respect to clarifying the status of collegiate athletes. The draft states the employment status of college athletes should maximize the educational benefits, education, what a shock, and opportunities schools can provide through their athletic departments. Mike, we've got a government now. Everything else has been solved in America. No worries. Everything's good. Every child can go to bed every night without having to worry about getting a meal. Everybody can afford a home. Medical insurance is all said and done. We've taken care of the floodplains. We've done everything. Let's get into college athletics. I mean, I want to scream, but I don't want to become one of those screamers. That's kind of the point here. Let's be rational about this. What in the name of sweet Jesus are we doing getting the federal government involved in college athletics? Is everything else been solved? We have nothing else to get involved in? This is nonsense, Mike.
I'd be amused by all this if if this wasn't happening at the highest levels of government by the leader of the free world. Are you kidding me? We're trying to find out if there are any more pedophiles out there that helped Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, to me, I want to make sure no other kids are harmed. As a former a person that's come out as a survivor of child sexual abuse, I have a right to want to know if there are more pedophiles involved in this ring that essentially procured teenage girls for Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know. I don't care if it's the president of the United States. I mean, I don't care if it's some gas station attendant in Jacksonville. I don't care. I just want to know if they're out there and that they should be held accountable. I want to know that starving kids aren't starving in Africa. Well, it's too late because apparently we're burning the food that we were supposed to send to them through USAID, which is now an abolished agency under the federal government.
Hey, Mike, let's not even take it to Africa for a second. Let's just come to America, where starvation and food insecurity is a real problem here, where kids are not getting their meals at lunch for school, and they're not getting enough food to basically go to bed at night. And that's something the government used to do and used to help with. But now we don't do that anymore, even in our own backyard.
But who cares about Make America Great Again? Let's pretend there were student athletes. These guys were always and remained unpaid apprentices for a skill. They spend more time in Division I basketball and football trying to fulfill their sports scholarship than they ever do in a classroom. That's how it is at big schools. So they should be paid accordingly. And I don't see why there's a problem with this. Maybe you regulate NIL. I don't care. But this is stupid for the federal government to get involved in. This is like trying to fix boxing because you're going to federalize. You're going to take all the alphabet. World Boxing Council, WBA, WIBF, and you're going to federally regulate them. No, you don't. They've always been crooked. That's what boxing is. I just can't. I can't even go there. It's sickening.
But we have
it
to
just shows. It shows you the lack of. It shows you the lack of priorities of this administration. The lack of
it's not
foresight,
even the administration.
Everything.
It's actually everything in general. It's fans as well. Don't you fans of college football realize you're just being suckered? That's all it is. Yeah. You're being suckered into create this wonderful, beautiful idea that everything's going to be fixed and the players are going to be paid and everybody's going to get an education and everything's going to be fine. The federal government has no place whatsoever in getting involved in college athletics. As bad as the NCAA is, it's the networks, it's the television networks, it's the sponsors, it's the people here who own, it's the athletic directors, it's the school universities that are going to decide this. You don't need to get the government involved because at the end of the day, they're going to make their own decisions. Stop federalizing sports, for crying out loud, because is that not what's happening here? Am I missing
I'm
something?
doing my Brian Gumbel pensive look right now. Yeah.
And you do it very well. I don't have a pair of glasses.
But it's so, I can't even go there because I just start being profane and ugly and a side of me that would come out that I don't think anybody wants to see.
That's all, folks.